Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about how I integrated Taoist philosophy into selling on Amazon. Not a lot of videos like this one, but through studying different cultures, through studying all walks of life, there are some serious principles that you can learn how to go about navigating business, life in general, and so much more. So be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, let's get into today's video. In Taoist doctrines, there is a principle called Wu Wei. Wu means no, not, negation. Wei means many things, but action, making. But most of what I'm teaching here today comes from my favorite English philosopher, Alan Watts. His favorite translation of this is forcing. And I know I'm getting right to the bottom of the frame with that last word here, so we're gonna have to erase some of this. But the best description of this is I didn't write that one, non-forcing. It's the translation we're gonna be using. So non-forcing, now this can mean a lot of things. So I'd like to describe a scenario to you, a river. And this will be the path of said river. And I have this slanted for a reason, to indicate flow being this way. The force of the river is going to be this way. And there are two ways that you can travel in a river. Travel upstream, or you can travel downstream. Either way, the ultimate force of the river will carry you downstream. You can only swim upstream for so long before eventually the force of the river will carry you back. You don't have infinite energy to keep swimming against the flow. However, were you to stop and do nothing at all, not to force your way about anything, you would be pushed down the river either way. So, in this river analogy, you can move downstream, or you can move this way or this way. And you figure out that by moving with the stream, you acquire the entire force of the stream, or with the river, in everything that you do. So we have someone here swimming upstream. In everything that they do, they're fighting against the flow of that stream. Everything is saying, hey, go that way, and they're going this way, and everything they do has 10 times the amount of pressure or action taken against them as someone who chooses to swim downstream. So there's an enormous amount of power in swimming downstream and swimming with the flow, not forcing against the river, but going with it. Now, how does this all tie into Amazon? Because we've covered Wu Wei, not to force, non-forcing. We've covered how a river and how swimming against a river has two very different outcomes. You have someone in the same sense that is just swimming in a river, but just by swimming the wrong way, they have an enormous amount of force acting against them, and everything they do is a struggle. You have someone who says, I'm going to swim that way. And instead of having to struggle, they're actually pushed to success. Everything has a massive amount of force working with them. So, now what if we did this? What if this was the Amazon River? Get it? This is the Amazon River. Now here's a product up here. And excuse my just absolutely horrible artistry skills. We have a French press, okay? And this French press, on average, the top competitors have 1,000+ reviews. They have thousands of sales every single month, and they have an enormous amount of momentum. Now here we are, we're the central point here. To try and achieve and try and rank for this product, this is page 1. We're gonna have to swim upstream and fight our way through all kinds of nonsense. Other competitors, massive amounts of momentum built in the opposite direction of us, a page that Amazon has already set up that works very well and delivers lots of sales to competitors that have an enormous amount of reviews. Now swimming upstream here, here's why anyone would swim upstream. It seems like common sense, well, why wouldn't you just always swim downstream? The reason people swim upstream is because they think this has an enormous payday. So maybe that comes in the sense of a $50,000 a month product, and that's what they're going towards. They're seeing $50,000 a month here. But everything they do, they have this enormous force working against them. Instead of Amazon being on your side, Amazon's going against you. Everything you're doing is trying to push you away, is trying to push you back to page 3, trying to push you back to page 5. But now let's reimagine this. Force of the river is still the same. The common sense thing to do would be to swim downstream with the river, but it's not so common nowadays. Common sense is not so common, I mean. So down here we have, use one of my products as an example. It's a picture hanging kit. It's a little level tool, whatever. I don't know what I'm drawing exactly. And then, it doesn't matter much. The point of this market is that this is lacking in competitors. 10 competitors. This product, the maximum amount of reviews is 55. There is a lack of momentum. All of page 1, if this was page 1, here's all the listings. Page 1 has a lack of relevant results. So here we have the right product, here we have the right product, and already Amazon, being a search engine, is going to recommend results. It'll never just show you 1 or 2 results if they truly only have 1 or 2 results. They'll continue to try and show you results, but maybe they're just not right. Maybe it has something to do with this product, but it's just not exactly the right product. So maybe it's just a part of it that someone wants the full kit, or maybe it has something to do with this market, but it's not truly what that customer is looking for. So Amazon, being this amazing company, this huge company that's totally optimized as this powerful algorithm, and we could call that algorithm the river, wants to show their customers all the right products. So this is what it should look like. So when we come in here and all of a sudden we start going, okay, there's tons of demand for this product. Amazon knows that. Amazon knows how many searches it's getting for things. But what we start to see is that okay, here's a great indication that this is a good product, because there's search demand. There's thousands of searches from customers. There's a lack of high quality competition. And Amazon will give itself away. The way that Amazon gives itself away and basically begs you to put up a listing, and this is how you'd be working with the river. By putting up a listing like this, where this is page 1, and maybe there's 5 to 15 ideas on that page, or products on that page, that aren't even exactly what that customer is looking for, but they got there anyway. So just from having an optimized listing with the right keywords, they were able to get onto this page. Now you, targeting this exact product that the customer is looking for, will be swimming with the river, because Amazon is going to propel you into this spot, and they're going to say, hey, this isn't even the right product. The person that just listed it is the right product. We're going to put them there. And how easy would it be to take over this spot, the number 3 spot? So you'll see oftentimes, if you list a product like this, you might even be able to get on page 1 or 2 within the first 48 hours, just with a good listing. You're indexing for the right keywords, you're showing up in the right spots. So the point of today's lesson is just to get you thinking. And I think it's one of the most powerful forces in the universe, is just thought itself. Being able to be conscious and think about things before they happen. So I want you to change the way that you're looking about things. Am I going to have to swim upstream to try and rank this product? Is this product going to take, let's do this, 50 sales a day to rank for on a landing page where all of the options are fully optimized? Or is this product only going to take 10 sales a day to rank for, and possibly no sales a day, just a fully optimized listing, because there's such a lack of high quality competition for that product? Now that's really what I wanted to bring to you today. I wanted you to get you thinking about how momentum works, and try and acquire a massive amount of power behind you, so you'll be propelled onto the first page instead of trying to fight against your competition to get to the first page. So over 70 million products on Amazon. So this does exist. This happened to be my very first product on Amazon. My first product was a mobile game controller. And within the first day, I had made 12 sales with a listing that didn't even have PPC running for it. Overnight, I had woken up and saw that I made $300 while I was sleeping. And the reason that happened to work at the time, this was just luck. I didn't know that I was tapping into this. By not trying to force yourself to page 1, you acquire a massive amount of power in everything that you do. But don't be fooled. Don't just go to the lowest competition area possible. There's still a number of things that we're looking for. right? So this principle of Wu Wei, not to force. Well, you could get to page 1 of something, but that might not necessarily be a good thing if there's no sales there. So there's just a couple things that I want to point out to you before we totally get into ending this video here. There's one more thing I'd like to touch on. These are exactly what you should be looking for to make sure that it's worth making it to that page 1, even if you are going with the river. So we need demand. And I'll even add an extra caveat here. It needs to be exact match demand. So if we were trying to rank, let's say a craft kit, we'll just be kind of broad in the product idea for now. We were trying to, a craft kit, right? Craft wouldn't be enough. Let's make this even better. We're trying to rank a craft kit for making your own blanket. Okay, crafts would not be enough. That's a no-go. That's not enough of an exact match. Even craft kit wouldn't be enough. But craft kit for blankets or black craft kit for making blankets, those are all exact search demand. And what those should equal, there's a very simple thing to figure out here. And I talked this mostly just to my private students. But there's a principle that I teach of kind of having, there's a simple equation that you can have to figure out how much demand you should have. It's easy to say that you need demand, but what does that mean exactly? So if I want 300 sales per month, that's 10 per day. 300 sales per month, 10 per day, 300 total sales. Now, how much demand should I have to be able to achieve this? Well, McDonald's, how much of the fast food market do you think McDonald's has? Comment down below right now. For every customer that goes to a fast food restaurant, out of 10, how many of those, or out of 100, how many of those customers are going to McDonald's? I think it's 50%? Do you think they get 70% of all fast food customers? Comment down below and I'll tell you. All right, hopefully you're back. You did this correctly. They're only getting about 10%. 10%. 10% of customers on average is like 10 to 12% are going to go to a McDonald's. But even McDonald's, a company that large, is only capturing such a small amount. And that's basically what they're converting. For every customer that's interested in getting fast food, only about 1 out of 10 may pick McDonald's. There's Arby's, there's all Burger King, there's all these other things, right? So it's a really big business model, or big business way of expressing that. You're never going to capture everything. So if there was 500 monthly search volume for this exact craft kit for making blankets, and we're trying to make 300 sales, that's never going to happen. We're never going to convert 70% of a market to just our product. So what we would need in this case is you want anywhere from 3,000, that's 10x 300. So that's the first rule. You want at least 10x search volume in the number of sales you're going to make, because then at a 10% conversion, you're going to get your goal of 300. You can convert 10% of every customer looking for it. But the e-commerce conversion rate is actually much closer to 1 to 3%. Am I doing this the right way? I don't even know. Yeah, that makes sense. 1 to 3%. So in theory, you actually want 100x search volume. So you actually want 30,000 searches combined for this product. Now that seems extreme, right? And I agree. Now the product that I'm launching right now does have a 100x rule, but what you can do is anywhere from 10 to 100%, as long as it's not lower than that. So if this had 10,000 searches, you're only trying to convert 300 of those people, that's absolutely fine as well. Now that's 3%, of course. So the first thing is demand, guys. And you need to have a lack of high quality competitors. Let's draw out a mock screen of Amazon. So we have the search bar, and then we have all of our product results. And there's going to be more down this way. Now, the principle we touched on, I don't think I drew it out really well, was that Amazon will give itself away. So what you really should be looking for is that maybe this is not the right product. So were we looking for craft kit for blankets? This is a craft kit for pillows. And then maybe this product over here is not the right product. That's a craft kit for making, I don't know. The point is that Amazon will give itself away, and it's basically begging you to list this product, because if 10,000 customers are looking for this product, they know that 10,000 customers are looking for that product. They want more listings, and Amazon wants to be able to show their customers the best possible thing. So they're going to be pushing you to the top of page 1 just for having an optimized listing and actually having the right product here. So maybe that's the blanket, right? That's actually the right product. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for things that have exact search demands. So start incorporating keyword research into your product research and making sure one of the first things you should see, how many customers want this product. We're not trying to invent new products here. We're trying to sell products that have existing search demand, but yet poor results. We're trying to get ahead of other sellers. We're saying, let me find something, instead of finding a product first, let me find a want first. The customer wants this, but there's not even enough of the right products for them to fulfill everything they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for a kit that's purple, and 2,000 of these searches are purple craft kit for making your own blanket. Right now we're creating quite the long tail thing here. But in theory, that's what we're looking for. And I'm able to find that time and time again. So I don't want to hear that this is impossible to find. I've found it, many others have found it. I can only give you the principles by which you can operate. I can't do the work for you. So someone will take this information and it'll transform the way they look at Amazon. That's who this video is for. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a great day. Have a great rest of your week. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, I'll see you here for another video on the channel. Later.